Hindi namin alam what will happen, di ba? Kayo ba may other option kayo ng ending? Or yun na talaga yung ending simula pa lang?
Well, for me, I had one ending in mind, and that's the ending you see in cinemas. Now, of course, there was always a debate and a discourse, which is good, which I encourage them. You want to kind of exercise all the options. But for me, from day one, it was that ending. And for me, talaga, I'm proud to say that the last 10 minutes of the film was exactly kind of how I imagined it. No? It just flowed, no? And if I must say about the ending, just to give credit kind of where credit is due, because a collaborator din ako. Actually, it was an idea of my production designers, sila Ben and Carlo, no, about the ending. They came to me in Canada. What do you think about this ending? So naisip ko, I went, and the next day I said, gawin namin yun. I think that's nice. No? So when you have great collaborators, the story gets better. And that was so magical on our set. Of course, Aga, Bayan, sila Edward, and my collaborators also Shane Sarte, the DOP, who's being just commended left and right for her cinematography. And her team, of course, Mark Victor, my editor for cinematography. And her team, of course, Mark Victor, my editor. And si Ange Peso, the writer. So it was a collaboration talaga of just great talents. Everybody that went to Vancouver from the Philippines contributed to this film.
To Bea, Bea, tanong ko lang, napaka-positive ng character mo doon no? Kumbaga, ganun ka rin ba in real life? Kung paano mo harapin yung problema, saka yung mga biggest problem mo in life? Na may mga ganun ba o talagang parang sometimes you wanna give up?
Hindi ako si Ali. Hindi talaga. Kaya, nung umpisa, nung na-offer, nabasa ko na yung final script, ang dami ko reservation, sabi ko, baka hindi ko kaya, or baka maging cliche na parang, alam mo yon, I'm sure marami ng pelikula about a girl na merong heart ailment, at siya yung ball of sunshine ng pelikula, and ayokong gumaya, ayokong nasa surface lang yung pagiging positive niya. I had to get it from a place that is real, that is true. So, alam mo, nag-commit talaga ako. Hindi ko sinasabi to dahil gusto kong panoorin yung pelikula, but siguro first step yung hair. I know surface yung hair, but yun sa akin kasi sa babae, iba pag, di ba yung iba nagpapagupit after a breakup, or siguro yun yung representation sa akin na tatalon ako para maging si Ali. So, nag-commit ako every single day. Yung mga nangyayari sa Vancouver, parang iniisipan ko lagi siya ng something positive. Lagi kong hinahanap yung silver line, kahit sa personal kong buhay. Siguro para ma-practice yung pagiging Ali. But, minsan, kapag meron akong bad days dito sa Pilipinas, pagbalik ko after doing the film, minsan iniisip ko, my God, gusto kong bumalik sa Vancouver at gusto kong maging Ali ulit. Naging happy place ko siya. And hindi ko siya makakalimutan. Pero sana nga maging Ali ako, but unfortunately, I'm not like her.
Pero may natutunan ka sa kanya in that way, na parang ngayon, kapag may problema, you can be positive like Ali. May ganun ba?
Oo, pero mahirap siya eh. Hindi siya... Siguro kasi magkakaiba tayong klaseng tao, no? Si Ali naman kasi she's built to be like that. She has like a childlike factor in her, no? Hindi ako ganun eh, medyo overthinker ako in real life. Hindi ako playful. Actually, others nga tell me na medyo uptight ako. I'm not like Ali, but I always try to be. But of course, I have to be authentic all the time, no? So, siguro hinahanap ko pa rin hanggang ngayon kung kaya ko maging siya every single day.
Why that kind of hair? With the bangs, with that kind of very short?
I didn't want her to be like the pretty, hindi siya pretty girl eh, si Ali. Hindi siya gano'n. Hindi mo siya lilingunin kapag nadaanan mo siya dahil maganda siya. Lilingunin mo ka siya kasi there's something in her that's mysterious, that's interesting. So, gusto ko siyang hindi maging pretty girl. Gusto ko siyang maging parang everyday girl na happy to be with, fun to be around with. So, ganun siya. Hindi siya yung parang kulot-kulot or like, gusto ko siya maging mysterious.
Very aggressive, no? Aggressive.
Hindi siya aggressive, straight to the point.
Straight to the point, yeah. Sa Vancouver ba, ganun yung mga girls? Or parang...
Hindi. Ali is one of a kind, I think.
Hindi naman that. That was just really the character of Ali.
Pero alam mo, ang sarap niyang gampanan. Masarap talaga. Habang pinapanood ko siya, parang gusto kong pamalik doon. Masarap siyang... She's a beautiful character.
So Edward, we're just curious kung ano yung reaction ni Maymay after watching the film. Ano yung unang-unang sinabi niya sa'yo after watching you solo on that film?
During the premiere, I went to her straight away kasi we weren't sitting together. I wanted to gusto ko sana basta we were cast daw.
Hindi kayo magkatabi, di ba?
Hindi po. But I wanted to, because I told her I want you to tell me your honest opinion about what you thought about my acting, about the movie. I wanted to know everything. And as soon as I got there, nakakainis kasi inside the cinema, she said, mamaya na, gusto ko walang tao. Kasi she dissected everything. She remembered everything. She remembered parts of the movie. Edward, ito, naramdaman ko na, that was her first day, no? This scene was her first day. She was right. She has like this really sixth sense. She said, I saw that you were nervous there. I love the first day yun, no? So, she saw the difference in, I think it's some things that maybe not people can see. Because I think it's just because she knows me so well. I think she took notes on her phone about points in the movie. She said, "Etong nuance mo, parang hindi natural, ganon." So she was really one of my biggest critics and one of my biggest supporters. So yeah, she was very. She liked the movie as well. She said, "It's like you were actually there. It wasn't a movie. It was like it was an experience." So yeah. Very, very supportive.
So, tanongin ko na rin si Bea sa kasi Direct Paul, ano naman pong reaction din ni Gerald nung nakita yung film? Ano yung sinabi sa inyo after watching the film?
Magkatabi ba sila? Sabi niya, ito daw yung best film ko. Sabi niya, ito daw yung paborito niyang pelikula ko. And so sobrang saya niya, magpapa-block screening siya. Magpapa-block screening siya para sa Marikina.
Thank you, Gerald.
Saka in-announce ko na para hindi niya mabawi. Hindi, masaya siya. Gusto niya yung pelikula. Gusto niya. Sabi niya, hindi niya ako nakita as Bea. Hindi niya nakita si Agamon. Para daw na-transport siya sa mundo ni Ali at ni Nick. Actually, he couldn't stop talking about it kahit na nasa loob na kami ng kotse. So, naging fan siya ng pelikula.
Nagustuhan niya si Ali?
Nagustuhan niya.
Si Ali personally?
Oo,
Character.
nagustuhan niya. Sana daw lagi akong, sana maging ganun.
Ano sabi mo? Kung sinabi niyang gano'n.
Wala akong sinabi.
Si Direct naman, ano ba sabi ni Tony after
Actually,
watching?
while we were watching the movie, I was sitting si Bea nandito, diba? And si Tin nandito naman. Nagpapa sila ng tissues. So dito ako na, ganun sila na umiyak sila during the film, no? But she couldn't help but just be so proud, no? And she was so happy. She says, finally, gumawa ka ng love story. Umiyak ako, I cried, and I enjoyed it. And everything, she always texts me something long. So yeah, may critique siya. She told me everything, her points. And she says talaga she can really feel my voice. And she was a part of the journey. Lahat ng script, I mean, she wasn't a part of the film. I guess I'm just like about my. But you know, every time I talk to somebody about the film, of course it's Tony when I go home, diba? So she knew how it changed, how it developed. So she couldn't help but be so proud when she saw it on the big screen. And ganun din as like Gerald, magpa-block screen din si Tony. Sa Taytay naman, sa Taytay.
Paano lang si
Grabe.
Si Edward daw may black screening ba?
Tawagan kami kay Maymay. Kasi
Maymay, hello, Polly.
May black screening. I'm sure naman. Ako sure ako dyan, Kuya Alan, ang mga Mayward, may pa-black
Meron
screening
yan.
yan.
Marami na.
Diba?
Last na lang, Direct, did you consider yung title? Di ba naging successful din yung Milan, yung Dubai. Did you consider to put title ng Canada or Vancouver? Ganyan.
No,
Talagang first love yung...
Vancouver, no, actually it was not, because the film's not about Vancouver. It's not about, I'm not saying that those other films were about that place, but sa akin, we actually, we only thought of the title after. Actually, it was always called the Agabea Project, yung sa lahat ng mga scripts, lahat. And then when I started working with of course with Star for the promo, and yeah, First Love came up because of when they watched it and when we watched it, and they just felt that we all agreed that this is the best title, and it seems to be like everyone on social media that had watched it, they now know why it's First Love. diba? So yun, if you haven't seen it, know the reason why it's called First Love.
Okay, congratulations po.
Thank you so much, Kuya Alan. Siyempre, doon naman ang next na magtatanong ay si Chad.
Hi, good afternoon. First is congratulations kasi parang it feels like a Hollywood film nung habang pinapanood ko siya. So, sobrang ganda niya. My question is for Bea. What is the most challenging part or scene doon na sobrang nahirapan ka?
Siguro yung first part. Kasi dun sa last part, ramdam na ramdam ko na si Ali eh. So hindi na, parang mahirap siya kasi masakit siya eh. Pero hindi ako nahirapan na makarating doon. Kasi mahal na mahal ko na si Nick, hindi ko, kumbaga, parang hindi ko na siya masyado ini-effort. But yung first part, yung hinahanap mo, parang fine-tune mo pa kung paano magsalita si Ali, gano'n ba siya kabilis magsalita, ano bang boses niya, ano bang points of view niya, doon ako nahihirapan, plus the fact na kabang-kaba ako dahil kay Kuya Aga. And, siya kasi Paul, hindi pa kami ever nagkatrabaho, so parang hinahanap mo pa yung chemistry ninyo. Doon ako nahihirapan sa first part.
Meron ka bang parang pineg dun sa character na parang i-finit mo dun sa role niya sa sarili mo?
Wala naman.
Oo,
Hinanap ko lang siya. Siguro, alam mo, kanina tinatanong niya ako kung ako si Ali. Hindi ako si Ali, pero baka may maliit na parte ni Bea na si Ali. Baka minagnify ko lang siya.
Since Bea, you're known na kahit kaninong actor, parang lahat nag-fit ka lagi. Parang meron kang, parang very natural yung mga chemistry mo. From John Lloyd, tapos si Piolo, Richard Gomez. Ngayon naman, si Sir Aga. So, what is the difference now, yung Aga Mulak, yung nakatrabaho mo, compared with your previous na mga nakapartner?
It's hard to compare, no? Kasi syempre, you look at them as actors, hindi naman as celebrities or as friends. When you're working with them, hinahanap mo yung character, hindi naman yung personalidad nila sa totoong buhay, no? But with Kuya Aga kasi, dedicated talaga siya eh. So, yun ang pinaka nagustuhan ko sa kanya. At hindi mahirap na ma-inlove dun sa character na kinreate niya because he made it so real. And he made me feel so loved while doing the movie, no? So, hindi siya mahirap. Pero, kung sinasabi mo kung bakit siya nag-work, I think it's because falling in love is a feeling. And kagaya ng pagiging masaya, pagiging malungkot, pagiging takot, dapat nararamdaman mo yung bilang artista because all emotions are supposed to be equal. So, dapat kinakareer mo siya same way already a winner after watching the film. Regardless of the output. Regardless of yung box office appeal niya, no? Alam ko, maaaring hindi siya yung normal na love story na papanood nyo na pinagbibidaan ko. Pero, gusto ko ma-experience ng maraming tao to. Mas meron akong ganong urge na ang hirap, gusto ko siyang sabihin sa maraming tao. Panoorin ninyo, but I want the people who saw it to own it, to actually promote it, for them to actually I've had a great experience watching it. Ayoko na nanggagaling sa amin because I truly believe in the beauty of the film.
Since the movie talks about love, so what does the movie reminds you about Gerald and yourself?
Siguro yung yung experience namin ng 2010. Kasi ng 2010, tumatalon lang kami sa pagmamahal. Tsaka na lang yung fear eh. Para we chose to, actually, hindi nga siya choice eh. Na-in love lang kami, hindi namin pinigilan yung sarili namin. Tapos, nagkaroon syempre ng mga consequences, nagkaroon ng limitations, but pagka halimbawa, syempre hindi naman laging perfect, di ba? Pag nagkakaproblema kami, bumabalik ako doon sa naramdaman namin na yun, ng 2010. And yun yung nare-remind ako na nung film na pag first love, parang pure, walang pag-aalinlangan, hindi mo iniisip na sasaktan ka niya.
Thank you, Bea. And for Direct Paul, how about you for Tony and yourself?
Out of this film?
Yeah.
Well, I think I think for me the biggest, for me now in my life as a filmmaker, the reason maybe I have matured, from my films before is because of the fact that Tony is now the mother of my child. So there's a new kind of love. There's a new kind of first love that Tony and I are experiencing. This kind of super unconditional love that we have for Sevi. I was telling Tin, and when he was born, and I just had met him, like the first minute, I was like, in my heart, in my life, I was like, I would do anything for this little boy. Parang I've never loved something or someone so much, and I just met Sevi, diba? Parang, so that's the new kind of first love that Tony and I are kind of experiencing now, and I bring that passion, that new kind of love to the films I'm doing now. And with First Love, it was just, for me, full of love and full of passion, because the movie also had its share of just many challenges. It was a very challenging film. I've said this in previous interviews that it was very mentally challenging for me. Maybe not as physical, but it was mentally challenging just because of just the story, how intricate it was, the characters. How do you put this all together so that everyone can experience something different in cinemas? No? So with the reaction on the first day, that's why I'm very grateful, and I'm very thankful that from the tweets, from the posts on Facebook and Instagram, they're tagging me, and that I'm reading all these experiences. No? So galing, I'm really, really proud of the movie. I stand by it, and no matter what, this is a film I'll never forget.
Thank you, Tarek. And for Edward, what is your takeaway on this movie, since you haven't feel yet or experienced first love? How are you going to apply it on your personal life?
That's a hard question to answer. I mean, I guess one of the things that I should take away from it, and I think people my age should take away from it, is that you have to be brave sometimes. You have to really be willing to take that chance, because everyone's scared of, like, one of my favorite actors, Liam Neeson, he said, love everyone says love is painful, and he disagrees. He says, no, rejection is painful, being forgotten is painful, getting hurt, that's painful, but love is the only thing that makes it not hurt. It makes it worth going through all of that. And that's something that you have to, I guess. I mean, I'm just taking this from people. I'm 18, so I haven't experienced it at the level that these two have as well. But it's just you have to be brave, and that's that's a part of the movie that Carpe Diem, sees the day, YOLO, I guess, if you want. You have to learn to take a chance sometimes, and that's not just in love life. That's something that you have to take in life in general. If you want to achieve something, you really have to go for it. You can't have a 50% 50% effort. You have to put in everything you have, because even if you achieve, but you only put in 50% effort, it's not going to be worth it. It's going to be parang bitin. You don't want that. You don't want that. So when you achieve something, you want to have everything. So be brave. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, everyone, and congrats.
Thank you. Edward, ilan taon ka na ulit?
18 po.
18. 18 ka pala, ang dami mo ng ganyang no? Parang nung 18 ako, hindi ako ganyan. Diba? Ito naman, ito I'm sure nung 18 to, medyo marami na itong sinasabi. Kate Agahar from Random Republica. Tawa.
It was featured in the film, The Dream Jobs of Nick and Ali. I'm just curious for the three of you, what are your other dream jobs? If you're not doing what you're doing right now.
For me, it'd be an author. I've always wanted to be an author. Until now, I want to be an author. Now, I see, especially because I live in the world of social media now, that, it's all about the cell phones. It's all about the Wi-Fi and the internet. And I guess times change. I always wanted to be like, write a book. I didn't want to like a electronic book. I wanted like the actual with pages and everything. So now I see it's not the trend anymore. It's not what people use, or even schools using computers now. So one thing I've adjusted it a little bit. My dream now is to be a script writer. So every time I see scripts, I sort of think like, if that was me writing it, and this was my story, what would I do? So that's my dream. still want to pursue that.
Maybe you can write for one of my films.
Wow. Any chance I can get to be part of this production again, I'll take it for sure.
Well, so yeah, for me, I've been very vocal about this. My dream, if I wasn't a filmmaker, was to be a professional golfer. Parang ganun na. Ever since I grew up, that was my bonding with my lolo. No? We played golf, and up to today I play golf. But I always wanted to be like Tiger Woods, you know. Parang ganun, no? So, yun, if I wasn't filmmaking, sana I would have been a professional golfer.
Ako baker or pastry chef. So, nung 1 month leave ko, nag-aral ako ng baking. So, medyo, kahit na paano, on the side na achieve ko naman siya.
Any plans of having a baking business?
Baka, hindi ko alam. Pag may time na siguro.
Sa bahay, nag-bake ka personally?
Sa bahay, oo.
Ano pa yung pinaka-specialty mo?
Ang hirap kasi baka sabihin niyo parang ang baduy
Ano yung favorite mo?
Oh, chocolate cake. Favorite ni John ng chocolate cake.
Thank you. And for Gerald.
Yes.
Can you take us briefly to what it's like having a scene with Aga? Because most of your scenes were with him.
Yeah, at the beginning, you really, your mind plays tricks on you when you do scary stuff, or like things that oh my gosh, what if he's like soplado? You don't know how it's gonna be until you're on set. And from the very first moment I met him was 7 Sundays, and I met him on set, and I met him again at the premiere. And the first time I even said a word to him, other than hello, was at the premiere night of 7 Sundays. I just wanted to shake my hand because my mom's also a fan of Aga. So I just wanted to shake his hand, and I was really scared about going on set. But like my mind, he has that sixth sense as well. I think, like where he knows what you're feeling and what you're thinking. And he came up to me and he said, "If you want to touch me in the scene. Whatever you feel you want to do it. Don't be afraid like if you feel it's what your character would do. Don't worry about me. I'm also nervous." He also said it to me on set, and that really surprised me because of course he's so experienced. There was a point where he just, I don't know, I think pwede siyang maging director actually. And for me personally, he has that calming presence. But I don't think I got really comfortable and relaxed on set because of my skills or my of the workshops or anything like that. It's really because of the atmosphere of the set, and it had to do with direct Paul as well. There's no stress on set, but I really give 100% credit to Aga because he really took me through it, and he always showed me how to do it rather than like telling me how to do it. So he showed me what he was doing. It's weird. I don't really know how to tell you guys. It's the way he reads the script, the way he just holds himself, the way he talks to you. Like, I don't know. He has a weird way of making a connection with you after about. I'm sure many of you, after hearing his answers at the media launch and seeing him on screen, you feel some sort of connection to him as well. You feel like you can walk up to him, and there's no fear, and he has that weird power of doing that. So. Going through the scene, it was each scene, regardless of what it was real, I guess. So, yeah, he made it very real for me.
Thank you. And last, direct, a quick reaction to what Aga said that you're the great director.
I know, wow, no? I mean, coming from one of the, if not the greatest actor of Philippine cinema history, I think for me, how I just took it was, he enjoyed the process. He enjoyed the character of Nick, and I really developed, honestly, a special. I would like to say, we call each other brother, and so parang it's still kind of surreal, no? So parang we had this kind of like brother, kind of like bro, and it became very parang like I've known him for so long, he made it feel so real. What Edward was saying, he just. Exactly again what Edward said. He said it best. He teaches you without teaching. And I learned so much. I said in one of my posts that I'm a better person because of working with him, not just a better filmmaker, because what he brings to the set this is just experience, and you know he's worked with the greatest directors in this Philippine cinema, the greatest actors. So you know, but when he speaks, there's a lot of wisdom behind it, whether he knows it or not. So for him to say that, you know, very humbled, very blessed that someone like an Aga Mulak would compliment me. So you know, thank you, my brother, you know? Aga. Thank you so much for saying that, for believing in me and trusting me, because he was one of those people that when there was a lot of people, you know, saying these things about, you know, of course you know a lot of my films, you know, in terms of box office, it's okay, you know, it's nothing really, not like the hits maybe of some other filmmakers here, but I stick to my story, I follow my heart, and I think Aga saw that. That's why he chose to also believe in me, and you know, it just takes one person to believe in you, and your dreams can happen. So Aga, thank you so much, brother, friend. And I love you, man. We have a bromance. Parang, actually, no? Bromance, no?
Thank you din.
First love.
Thank you so much, Kate. Oo, dahil dyan, Kate, pang-abot na lang ng mic natin kay Vanny ng Inside Showbiz.
Hi, my question's for Direk. First, congratulations to all of you guys. So Direk, when we say Edward Barber's name, usually it's attached to my mind or Bayward, so that's what people think. So why take a chance on someone? Why give this solo role to someone who is super attached to Alo?
Well, I'll be honest with you. Yeah, I knew about him because of the PBB. Of course, my wife also hosts the show, so I would watch PBB, and I saw him, and of course I noticed after PBB he was very successful with Maimai, and up to this day they're strong love team. I felt that actually, a short story lang is, we were in Vancouver, and then some of our team posted a behind the scenes photo that Edward was there. Wala pang 1 minute, I had 1,000 of friend requests from Maywards, saying that, hey, so it was very, I felt his presence. But to go back, so I've heard of him. I did watch some of his work. He's still very young, he's still very raw. So actually, I called this Imagine Star Magic, and I said, would he like to read for the role? I mean, in Edward Barber, he's already endorsements and in all these teleseries and movies. I asked for a go-see because honestly, I didn't see any role that he's played that is for Simon. So the braveness of this boy is he attended a go-see in his busy schedule. He said, "Parang audition." So he came to my office. I don't know if you remember this, and he read scenes in front of me by himself. And I could tell he was very nervous. And I just told him.
No idea. You have no idea.
Yeah. So he was in my office. It was like this. I was in a parang chair, and he was in front of me, sitting down. I had a video camera here, and we were, I had someone to throw lines with him, and he did it. For me, when he read the first scene, I said, "Ito na yan, si Edward na to." You could see that. I think what I liked so much about him was that he was so nervous about it. That he did so well. He was just so focused. Because of that nervousness, he became so focused. And so after that audition, I don't know if any people know that, but he did audition for the role. He got the part. So he earned the part. And when you watch the film, I really believe he held his own together with Aga and Bea. I mean, so this kid's brave. And you heard him earlier that you have to be brave. So I'm telling you, this kid's brave.
Thanks, Direk, and congrats, Edward. My next question for Bea. Bea, in terms of age with the lead cast, or your age is like right smack in the middle. So did you pick up anything from Aga and from the younger cast, which is Edward and Abby?
Oh yeah, si Kuya Aga na to, full of wisdom. Every time he speaks, parang may pupulutin ka sa lahat ng sasabihin niya. And with Edward naman, refreshing makita yung pagiging nervyos niya dun sa eksena, no? Kasi namimiss ko yung ganon drive that parang he's so interested to learn and that parang he's really taking this seriously. So, yun, natutuwa akong makita na may ganitong bata who's so in love with his craft also. And with Kuya Aga naman, laging sinasabi sa akin to keep my heart tender. Kahit na, yun nga, di ba, lagi yung sinasabi sa set na, kasi minsan parang nakikita niya na may mga comments ako about certain things na hindi niya nagugustuhan. Sinasabi niya na parang, alam mo, kapag na-hurt ka, dapat in-acknowledge mo yan para talaga mag-heal ka eventually. Kasi kapag hindi mo siya in-acknowledge, hindi ka magiging masaya. So, may mga ganun. And isa lang yun sa lahat ng itinuturo niya sa akin, ha. Of course, tinuruan na rin na how to be brave, to know my worth in this business. So, ang dami kong natutunan sa kanya, hindi ko makakalimutan tong experience ko.
Nagugulat ka pa ba na even up at this stage in your career na ang dami pa rin learnings, whether it be from Aga or from a young actor?
That's why I do what I do. Because kasabay siya ng buhay, ng journey ng buhay ko, hindi lang journey sa career ko, no? Every single movie na ginagawa ko, lagi ako may natututunan from my co-actors, my directors, and also from the fans, from you guys. So, eto talaga yung pinili kong buhay.
Alright, thank you and congrats to all of you.
Thank you so much. And of course, last questions ay manggagaling naman dito kay friend natin sa harap. Abot natin yung mic. Thank you. Kay Rocky.
Thank you. So, this is Rocky from TV series Grace.com and Rano Rocky. So, gusto kong makuha yung istan yung tatlo sa about first love. Kasi di ba maraming kinds of love. May first love, may puppy love. So, kayo ba, pag sinabi bang first love, ito ba yung masasabi nyo na greatest love? And ito na ba yung masasabi nyo na forever nyo?
Kasi yung love, charot lang.
Sige, start mo na natin kay Direk.
Diba?
Yes, I feel it's when you know it's your last. That's my opinion. No? So I feel that's why I really believe Tony is my first love, is because I chose to spend the rest of my life with her, and because of her, I'm able to experience another kind of first love, which is with Sevi. No? But this is also something, and I'll say something that I haven't said before, no, but. And then maybe it's more of a challenge or something maybe we can discuss. No, but so I was watching the film on premiere night. I finally let it go. I let the baby go. And it opened in cinemas, 200 plus cinemas yesterday, and more cinemas I think today. So so thank you for all your support. No, but it's something I wanted to ask. No, and I'm not I want to see what the reaction would be. But it's also first love about loving yourself first. Also. Right? I only because it may sound selfish, but how are you able to give love if you don't love yourself or love you first? No? Parang, I don't know. Interesting because everyone was tweeting about life. Parang I read some reviews na parang they're learning now to love their life, to love what they're doing. So parang it's opening up a discussion about, yes, it's very natural for us to love other people, our family, but do we love ourselves also? Do you love who you are? Are you grateful for who you have become? Are you blessed where you are today? So yeah, it was very interesting. I'm still trying to dissect it. But because of the movie, this is now what is in my mind. So interesting.
Yes. How about kay Miss Bea?
Interesting nga yung sinabi mo, Paul, yung kung alin naisip. Kasi habang pinapanood ko naman yung pelikula nung isang gabi, iniisip ko na hindi ko naisip to habang ginagawa ko si Ali, na minsan, pagka marami tayong pinagdadaanan sa buhay, nagpa-play, parang feeling natin sa mga sarili natin, we're victims, no? Nagiging biktima tayo ng pagkakataon, ng lahat ng problema natin. Tapos makikita mo si Ali, na meron siyang ganong heart ailment, and yet, hindi niya iniisip na biktima siya ng universe. Actually, kakampi niya ang universe. Lahat ng dumarating sa kanya, nung nakilala niya si Nick, parang feeling niya, the odds are in her favor, no? Kahit na nakilala niya lang tong lalaki na to, hindi naman nawawala pa yung sakit niya. So, para sagutin yung tanong mo, siguro tama si Paul, baka self-loving first love. Or loving life.
Nice, thank you. Ito kay Edward, ang dami nag-aabang ng sagot mo. And since ikaw pinakabata, so I think yan.
For me, there's a lot of first love. I mean, I don't mean like, if people always, when you think first love, you can think, oh, girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife. There's a lot of first love. When you find, I think the first real love that you have, of course, is for your family. The second will be for your future wife, partner, whatever. But the third is always going to be for whatever you do. You have to love what you do. I guess a lot it's work. My father said to me a long time ago, I think about 5-6 years ago now, he said to me, "I love what I do, therefore I don't work." For me, I didn't feel like we were really working in Canada.
Yes.
It was like we were, yeah, we were working, but it didn't feel like work. It didn't feel like there was stress or it was a hard thing to do. It felt like we were living there. I mean, it felt like everything was real. And you find a lot of first love in the things that you do in work, and it's a hard thing to find. I feel personally because you always think, me especially, I always thought like, what am I gonna be good at when I'm in the future? I kept on doing different sports because I wanted to be like, I wanted to discover if I was like a pro at something without trying, and I realized there's nothing. You don't have anything. You're not perfect at anything without putting hard work in. Something that I love to say is that you have to be the hardest working person in the room for you to achieve something. So every time you walk into a room, it doesn't matter who's there. You have to be the hardest worker in there. And so the third love, I guess, is for your craft and for whatever you want to do in life. So, yeah, the first loves, you have a lot of them, but like Direct Paul says, you have to find the one that stays.
Follow-up question lang kay Edward. Naramdaman mo ba kay Maymay yung first love? And then, sinabi mo, di ba, may first love, second love, third love. Pang ilan si Maymay dun sa love na yun?
Oh, 3 types of love. Three sections for me. That's why I always see it. For Maymay, yeah, very much so. Because I've never had anyone, I've said this so many times, you guys have laughed before, that she's weird and there's no other person, I believe, in the world like her. And yeah, there's a different type of love there because to have someone like that in your life that's got your back with whatever, it's very, very rare to find. And I feel like even if I was, I don't know, 10 years in the future, I don't see her for 10 years, for whatever reason, and I come back, nothing will have changed. It's one of those type of relationships. So for me, yes, to answer your question.
Thank you, Edward. So, shout out lang dun sa may word pan kasi natuwa sila sa sagot mo. Sobrang smart mo daw and yun, hindi ka mukhang 18 years old. One last question ko na lang kay Direk na lang. So, watching the movie, ang ganda ng cinematography, parang ang nanonood ng Hollywood film. Pero yung unang, ito para sa mga hindi nakakapanood pa, kasi yung unang nilabas yung trailer ng First Love, may mga nag-comment daw na similar daw to sa dating movie ni Aga. So, ikaw pa, how do you react on that? Yung mga hindi pa nakakapanood
Well, then you definitely have to watch, so you can see that it's definitely different. Of course, the netizens or everyone will always find something to compare your work with. That's fine, that opens up discussion, but this for me is a unique story, and I guess what the fans or the people have to realize, Aga won't do something the same. He did it already. Aga will tell you, Paul, ginawa ko na yan. Ano ba, diba? And trust me, I pitched to him many concepts, and he said that to me. But when I pitched him First Love, Aga said, I've never done a character like this again. That's why he's now back in the love romantic genre. I mean, he could have just like he says in his interviews, he could just be enjoying life, but he loved the story. And the fact that Aga said yes to this is why it's so unique and so different. So if you haven't seen the film, experience First Love, showing I think 225 cinemas now.
Yes, 225 today.
So and watch again if you, like I'll say this also. When you watch it's a film that you need to watch more than once. Yes, I know medyo parang very biased, but me every time I watch the film, and I've seen it honestly, I've seen it a lot because of the post process. But every time, that's why yung sinabi ko about when I watched it in the premiere night. Now, how is First Love about loving yourself first? That's the new thing that came into my mind. So yeah, so if you watch it again, maybe you'll get a new revelation. So good.
Okay, thank you po, Direk. And actually, watching the movie, it gives us the feel ng Hollywood ambience watching the movie. Parang talaga, parang nanonood ng Hollywood.
Collaboration with Shane Sarte.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Dahil dyan, meron na pahabol na question dito, ha? Si Oreo. Isang question lang yan.
Isang question lang.
Oo, ha?
At so, natanong ako. Ayun. Congrats po, Direk, Bea, and Edward. And by the way, belated happy birthday sa inyo.
Yes! Belated happy birthday, Direk Paul and Bea. Oo, di ba?
So ayun, there's a line in the movie that says, in love, parang there's no ending, just new beginning. So, what's your take on that one?
Maganda yung line na yan. Kasi di ba ang totoo naman, kahit naman sa mga past loves natin, wala naman talagang ending. Well, ako, I can only speak for myself. Walang, kahit dun sa previous love ko, walang ending. May ano lang, nag-transition lang siya into something else. But you still have that love for him. And yet, you have a new beginning with this somebody na you're experiencing a totally new kind of love. So, yun siguro yung take ko para sa akin nung live na yun.
For me, I mean, yeah, I really like. I'm in love with this movie and the whole experience of it. And actually, on the premiere night, I had a bittersweet moment at the end when the credits start rolling. I said, "Is it over now?" And tapos na lang. So I always enjoy doing promo for this because it's like it hasn't finished yet. I like being with the cast, and it feels. I don't know. It's a different feeling to the other movies that I've been blessed to be part of before. But I mean, yeah, that line stuck with me at the end of the movie that like this is not the end. Maybe it's the end of like the promo is almost finished and the experience of the shooting is over now. But it doesn't mean that that feeling won't be able to come back in the future. So hopefully, thanks. And hopefully I get to be part of I don't know, this family again one day. So
Sabit ka doon ng script kay Direk.
Oh yeah, diba? Sabi mo I think for me it's life is really honestly it's consisted of just memories. No? So you take these memories and you bring it with you each and every day. That's why for me there's really no endings, just beginnings, right? That's just what it is. And for me personally as a filmmaker, with every film that I do, I always want to get better. The experiences I learned from First Love, hopefully I get better with my next film and move forward. I have this kind of attitude of you just never stop learning, and because of that attitude there should be no endings, just new beginnings, new experiences, new memories to make, and love life. Diba? Love life.
Direct kahabo lang. Last na.
Sabi na eh.
Sino nag-conceptualize nung pa-astronaut and pa-universe?
Well, that was part of the. I would like to say it was consisted of me, si Ange, the creatives of Star. It was just a team effort, a collaborative effort with the script. We wanted to give Nick and Ali a dream job, a dream. So I nice the question kanina about our dreams. No? So yeah, si Nick, his dream was to be an astronaut. Si Ali naman was to be a wildlife photographer. Diba? So yeah, that's why abangan nyo yung ending, because literally and figuratively dreams come true. Thank you, Oreo.
Yes, kaya naman, Direk, isa nga rin sa mga dreams na natupad din at matutupad pa lamang kasi gusto ko lang hingan kayo ng reaction dahil nga magkakaroon tayo ng premiere screening sa Vancouver. So, yes!
Kasama siya.
Direk, di po kayo kasama. October 28.
Hindi, gagawa niya ng paraan.
Yes, gagawa ng paraan ni Direk. Diba?
Sa mga taga-Canada, makikita niyo si sponsor yan.
Sa Bell Performing Arts Theater yan.
Vancouver.
Sa October 28, syempre nandun si Bea and nandun si Aga. Ayan. Dahil dyan, imbitahan na natin ang ating mga kapamilya vloggers na nandito na mas i-share pa ang good news about First Love.
Gusto kong magpasalamat sa mga nakapanood na nandito at nagustuhan yung pelikula at pinopromote nyo on your own. Sana yung sa mga hindi pa nakakapanood na members, na vloggers, sana mapanood ninyo. And sana, if you like it, spread the word and encourage everyone to watch because this project is very special to me.
Yes, Edward, invite everyone.
Yes, like Adamia said, it's an amazing story and yes, promote it, but please, just enjoy the movie. It's one of those things that, like you said, we're not there to teach you, which is, stuck with me, but it's an experience and it's a roller coaster of emotions and I just want you guys to just enjoy it. Yeah, it's a proud moment and just I don't know, whatever you do after the movie, just I pray that you enjoy the movie. That's the main point for me. If you enjoy it, that's the best part.
And of course, Direk.
Yeah, thank you lahat, to all you bloggers and to everyone watching. Maraming salamat. If you've seen the film, thank you. If you haven't seen it, please watch it. It's in over 225 cinemas. Make it a part of your weekend. But yes, First Love for me was made to be experienced in the cinema. So please join us. Of course, thank you to Edward, to Bea, of course to Agat, to Sandy, Alvin, everyone that's a part of First Love. Thank you so much for all your support. And to all the people tweeting the great reviews, the good news, continue to tag me. I like reading those things, good. And if you didn't like it, okay lang. I like that, constructive. Be constructive. And I could always learn from you guys also, so my heart is open to that. So yes, please continue to spread the word. Promote First Love. Thank you so much.
And we need more movies like this. I mean, there's so much hate in the world already. Kailangan natin ng ganitong positive film. So please, spread the word. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Palakpakan natin ang cast ng First Love. Kasama natin Edward Barber and Bea Alonso with of course, Direk Paul Soriano. Thank you guys. Maraming salamat. Isang group photo muna again. And of course, at this point, gusto ko lang